Hey, my name is Sasha and my rabbit just peed on me. Hello everyone, I just got changed, so this has totally nothing to do with this week's subject, but since it just happened, I thought, why not talk about it? JB has reached puberty, which means that now he needs to prove his masculinity and mark his territory by peeing everywhere. And everywhere includes me. So that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna get on with the video now. This week we're talking about binding and packing. So I'm gonna start with binding. Do I bind? Yes, I do. I've shown you my binder already actually in my fashion style video. If some of you who are watching this aren't trends and aren't familiar with all the vocabulary, binding is basically putting something on your chest to make it look smaller or even make it disappear. I'm gonna start by talking about how you shouldn't bind. First of all, don't use ace bandages because those are really dangerous. Some people bind with KT tape that they put on their breasts, but I've also heard people say that that wasn't good for you, but I haven't done enough research, so I can't say anything for certain, but you should look it up first if you plan on using it. Hello! And finally, don't buy binders on websites like Amazon or AliExpress or stuff like that. Binders that are very cheap, like $10, but that will really hurt you if you wear them. I got my first binder last summer when I was almost 18. I was already out to my parents at the time, but I was too scared to ask them if I could order a binder. But that summer, one of my friends was going to spend the month in Florida, in the USA, and I live in France, as most of you know. So I asked her if she could order a binder for me, and it was even better for me because then I didn't have to pay the terrible shipping fees for Europe. The sad thing is that she was in a transphobic, homophobic family during the summer, but she lied to them and she told them that the binder was for archery, I think, and they ordered it for her, and she gave it to me at the end of the summer. My mom actually didn't say anything when she saw it and she was cool with it, so yay! So as I showed you in my fashion style video, I have a gc2b binder. I have two actually. I bought my second one during the winter holidays in December. I have one that's black and one that's flesh colored. So gc2b is definitely the one brand that I would recommend. Their binders aren't super cheap, but they aren't super expensive either. I think they're $33 if I remember correctly, but they're extremely comfortable. And they won't harm you at all if you wear them less than 10 hours a day, and 10 hours is already a lot. So yeah, honestly, if I had one advice for you, it would be that even if you don't have much money, instead of binding your super cheap binder that will hurt you and won't last for long, save your money and buy a gc2b binder as soon as you can. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And also, if your family isn't really okay with you being trans and it's not safe for you at home, then you should probably try doing as I did, which is asking a friend to order a binder for you. On to the second part of the video. Packing is the act of putting something in your pants to create a bulge to make it look like you have a dick, basically. I do not pack because one, I'm lucky enough to not experience bottom dysphoria. I'm basically fine with what I have, or I don't really feel anything about it. I do want to try packing though, but I still live with my parents, and if I want a packer I'd have to order it online, and I can't order with my own card, and I'd have to ask them, and that would be embarrassing. Or, as I did with the binder, I would have to ask a friend, but I feel like that would be kind of embarrassing too, and I don't feel like doing it. So I think I'll wait till I move out to buy my own packer, because it's not like I really need it anyways. And please don't think there's anything to be ashamed about if you want to buy a packer, of course not. But it's just that I'm a pretty private person and I wouldn't want somebody to see a prosthetic that I would use anyways. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about what a packer looks like. So basically tons of brands make prosthetics that basically look like dicks. Some of them are more realistic than others. Chase Ross, who is my favorite YouTuber, makes tons of reviews for packers and STPs and all those kinds of prosthetics, so I recommend you check them out. The packer that I hear the most about is the Mr. Limpy, because I think it's a pretty good first packer and it costs under $15, so most trans guys recommend it for others. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link in the description below. And if you can't afford a packer or don't want to buy one, but still want to try and put something in your pants, there are tons of tutorials online for DIY packers, or you can simply put a pair of socks there. It won't be as effective as a real packer, but it will still create a little bulge, so that can be pretty useful, I think. And that's pretty much all I had to say today. See you soon, have a nice week, bye!